Hi there. Today we are going to be reviewing, many of these products are going to be first impression reviews. The Jason Wu Beauty line, available at Target and on the Jason Wu Beauty website. I purchased all of these products with my own money. I did have a 50% discount that they were running when they first launched, so I ordered half of the products online with that discount, and then I grabbed a few more when I found them at my local Target, just so I had more to try for you. You will not find these in every Target. Only, I think, 2 or 3 of the Targets in my area actually carried it, so it's going to be in select Targets. You can always hop on the website if you don't have a Target near you, or go to Target online and you can order the products there as well. So if you want to see what I think of these and watch me try most of them for the first time on camera, just keep watching. The first product I'm going to try out is the Kindness for Your Lips Lip Oil. And I love lip oils. I feel like they're having a moment, and I always love a glossy lip. So this is my first impressions. I've never opened this, smelled this, nothing. So it has a very faint scent of either coconutty or fruity, a faint fruity scent, but it's not offensive. So we're gonna put this on while we do our other makeup. I would say it feels really nice. It's an oil, so it shouldn't be sticky. The doe foot's like very flexible. It's kind of floppy actually, but I don't dislike it. It's just not as stiff of an applicator as some doe foots. So this is nice. We'll see how it wears, and you know, if my lips feel softer by the end of this makeup application. That is kindness for your lips. Okay, next we are going to use the eyebrow product that I ordered for 2 reasons. One, because it is similar to the soap brows method. So it's a little block of wax, and we're going to take a spoolie, we're going to wet it, and we're going to shape and set our eyebrows with it. Another reason I wanted this is because of the name. It just makes me laugh. It's called The Bush, The Bush Brow Shaper Soap. So we're gonna be using The Bush for our eyebrows. I obviously think they're going for like bushy brows with that. And they do sell a separate spray that they said you can put on a spoolie, but I'm just gonna use water because I didn't buy the separate spray. I don't even know if I'm gonna like the soap brow look on myself, so I'm just gonna use water to do this. I'm trying to do it with my Nalgene here. I'm making a huge mess. Okay, so I wet my spoolie here, and I have done soap brows once before. With actual soap, and I didn't really love the fact that it was soap. I could feel throughout the day it felt and looked kind of gooey. So let's see how this goes. So we're going to put the spoolie in here. It is wet. I'm gonna work it into the product, the bush. I can see it is white on there, and I hope the white goes away because that obviously we don't want in dark eyebrows like mine. You're gonna see it. I feel like this needs to be a little bit more wet. It's not. Honestly, it's kind of a crappy spoolie. So I'm going to brush this up first. So you're going to brush up your brows, see, you know, where all the hairs actually are. And, you know, I am getting a little bit on my skin. I could have done this before foundation, maybe, to avoid this, where I'm gonna now have to wipe and remove some of my foundation. And I just keep brushing until my eyebrows are kind of like in the shape that I want. So far this doesn't feel sticky though, the way that soap did when I tried the soap brows. So I do like this better than using like a clear glycerin soap for creating this look. So we'll see how this holds, because you know, once I get these where I like them, we will quit brushing and let it dry and see if this holds my brow hairs into place. This is my problem brow, can you tell? I feel like I'm never satisfied with it. I could brush this brow for 15 minutes and it'll never look good. So let's just leave it there, let it dry, because I am gonna fill this in with a little bit of powder. So now I'm gonna re-wet the spoolie here, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other eyebrow. This is a very crappy disposable spoolie, so it keeps untwisting itself. So working it into the block am pushing up just like we did this brow. A lot easier because I don't know, I feel like it just has more hair on the tail part here. Let's see if I can do that with my non-dominant hand. Yeah. It doesn't leave as much of a white residue, I notice, as soap does either. So that's nice. Looks a little maybe too bushy, so I'm gonna do that. All right, so we'll let that set, kind of see how that dries, and move on to the next product. Okay, the next product I am trying out is the Woo Prime Eye. This is an eyeshadow primer, and it comes in 1, 2, 3, I think 4 shades maybe. There's a pure white, then this is shade 2, I believe. So the pure white is 01, this is 02. This is very light for not being the lightest shade. So it's got the little squeezy tube, which I like very much for an eyeshadow primer. A lot comes out quickly and it's very liquidy. So I think what I suggest here is to get some on there and then do this and distribute it evenly between 2 fingers, because that's more than enough for each eye now, probably too much. And this is not a very quick drying primer, I find, because I have tried this a little bit so far. So you have a little bit of time to work with this as opposed to like Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I love, but that you have to work very quickly with. It's not sticky by any means, and it doesn't really feel like a pot concealer, or I'm not really sure if paint pots feel that way, but yeah, as you can see, that's pretty light. And can you imagine that there's a lighter shade than this? Like, to me, this looks pretty close to pure white. So this is obviously going to make any eyeshadow that you put on top of it look really vivid. So I'm wondering, because I haven't tried their eyeshadows yet, I was kind of thinking, are the eyeshadows not very pigmented, hence why they're selling these primers that are going to obviously make any eyeshadow look brighter? We'll see, because we're gonna do the eyeshadow in this video too. All right, so there's my very bright eyelids. As opposed to Urban Decay Primer Potion and Eden, or I have another primer I love for eyelids, and it's the True and Luscious Angel Eyes. I could wear those on their own with mascara and have just like a nice clean lid. These, like, I would not wear this primer by itself because it's just too bright. It kind of looks like almost like a ugly light gray eyeshadow. So we're definitely gonna put eyeshadow over the primer. But yeah, I'll check in and let you know. Right now it still does feel a little sticky, so that it's not very fast setting so far. All right, the next item is the eyeshadow palette. So there are several in the collection. I got the all matte one because I feel like it's the most versatile. It would work for most people. And I really like matte eyeshadows. So this is the Flora 9 Matte Agave. That's the shade selection in this one. They all are neutral to warm tans and browns, and I felt like I could do a lot with this. So this is gonna be probably the most fun because we're going to just kind of experiment as we go along. So the shades do have, no, they don't have names. So I'm gonna just show you, I guess, which one I'm using. So I'm gonna first start in the crease. Let's see how dark this shade is, or how not dark it is. So whatever this is called. Hardly any kick up as I'm placing my brush in the pan. Wow, like very little. I have to like really work the brush in there. So I don't have to do much tapping off because there's not a lot in there. Okay, I don't like this eye primer so far. It's creasing already. Granted, I could have applied a little less, but it came out so fast that, oh, okay, these are pretty pigmented. I was, as you can tell, planning on this being lighter, but this is a nice amount of pigmentation. I would say medium so far. So we're gonna do this in the crease just very quickly, nothing precise, just swishing it around in the crease. It's a nice crease color. I'm gonna add a little bit more in the very outer part. But yeah, I like the color, I like the finish, I like the application. So same thing on the other eye. Very little kick up, that's what I meant. Therefore, very little fallout I'm noticing as well. So nice, we like. Okay, So I'm gonna try to explore as many colors in here as possible. So maybe let's deepen the crease now and let's go into this shade, which is like a really pretty like terracotta. I might grab a different brush so that I can do that a little more precisely. So same thing with this one, very little kick up on the brush. Oh wow, okay. This is also way more pigmented than I thought. I kind of thought these eyeshadows were going to be the dud, because I do think it's hard to do a quality, smooth applying matte eyeshadow at a really affordable price point. And so far, these would be that. So Jason Wu worked with the founder of NYX Cosmetics on his line, and I think that could explain a lot of the quality, obviously, because NYX is a brand that's always been affordable, but pretty damn good for the price. So yeah, look at that. That's even brighter than I was originally planning on doing. Okay, now we are going to do a lid color. I'm going to do this one up here, which appears to be the most pink shade, maybe a little bit peach. And I'm gonna get it on a flat brush so I can just fill in this space. Wow, I like this color. I was worried it was gonna be a little too pink. It's not. And it is, again, very nice, smooth applying, good amount of pigment. I like it. So far so good with this eyeshadow palette from Jason Wu. I'm pretty impressed with this. The only product I can honestly say I really don't like so far is the eye primer. And I'm bummed about that, not because I need a great eye primer. I have two that I love, as I mentioned, but I'm always looking for affordable alternatives for you guys. So like when people ask me what's a good eyeshadow primer at the drugstore, because obviously you can't get Urban Decay or the True and Luscious brand there. I would love to be able to tell you, oh, grab the Jason Wu one, but I would tell you not to do that. So skip the primer. The eyeshadow palette though, so far, very nice. I did just notice it doesn't have a mirror, which for me is definitely not a make or break situation at all, because I don't usually use the mirror. I'm using like my Glamcore mirror right here. But if you're someone that travels, I don't know who's traveling right now, but if that would be a deal breaker for you, no, it doesn't have a mirror. So there's that. All right, so the Jason Wu Beauty line only has one liner that's a liquid liner. I don't like with the liquid liner, so I'm gonna use the dark brown shadow in this. Another reason I chose this palette is because I thought, okay, this is gonna be a perfect brown liner. So I'm gonna use a little angled brush in there and just do a little kind of 3/4, maybe a little baby wing out here. We'll see. Brown eyeshadow, a dark brown eyeshadow like this. I mean, it's one of the best things I think you can have, because you can use it as liner. You can do an outer corner, I guess, depending on your brow color. You could even fill your eyebrows in with it. Dark brown eyeshadow, it's underrated. All right, so, I mean, maybe I'm not gonna do a wing because, I don't know, I feel like I can't see well enough to do that right now. I did slightly wet this angled brush, by the way, just because I wasn't sure how this was going to apply as a liner, and I didn't want it to fall all over my face, but similar to all the others, it's applying quite nicely. Okay, so now I think I'm going to use the very lightest shade in this, which is a white, maybe just ivory. It's not really white, I'd say it's ivory. And I'm gonna just put it on the inner corner of my eye. This is not very bright, so it's really not that much brighter than the lid color I used. So if you're looking for a bright highlight shade, just don't expect much. This isn't gonna really give you much. See, you probably can't even tell that I put that there. So, okay, this one, not a win in the palette. But now I'm going to do some shadow on the lower lash line. So we used that in our crease. Then I did that one. Let's try this, a little more peachy color, and sweep that along the lower lash line. Nice, again, nice pigment. I see it right away. I don't have to work at it for it to show up. All right. And then to kind of connect to the top, I'm gonna grab that terracotta color and do that on just like the very outer corner. FYI, I am experiencing like really dry eyes right now. They just hurt, and I feel like it's winter, or it's also snowing profusely out, and it's just so white outside too. So I feel like I'm just having irritated eyes. So if you notice my eyes are red, I'm not responding to these products. It's just me and my just gross red eyes right now. Okay, I put on some mascara, I did my eyebrows, moving on. However, I have a few thoughts on the Bush brow soap. So it does not provide a lot of hold. So if you want like brows that are not going anywhere, and once you brush them up, they're set, this doesn't do that. It really feels more like a brow wax. If you've ever used the Anastasia, it's a little wax pencil. It might even be considered a brow primer. That's what this feels like. And actually right now, this feels just like wax. So maybe it is, and you don't even need the water part to activate it, because to me this is a brow wax, but it's not a holding gel the way like Anastasia, their brow gel. I mean, your brows are truly not going anywhere, and this, I mean, I can still like shape them, move the hairs around a little bit. So I'm not saying that it's a bad product, but I definitely don't think this is for you if you want something that is going to provide really, really good hold. All right, now I have 2 of these lip and cheek sticks. So I love a multi-purpose product. I love cream blushes. So I was, of course, drawn to these. I got 2 very different shades. So I got one that's kind of the color of my shirt, which is Jelly Roll, and that is like a true plum, almost grape. And then I got Eclair, which is a lot more of a warm tone. It's kind of peachy. I'll try it on my lips first, and then I will put it on my cheeks. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly the color that I thought it would be, which is kind of a, again, terracotta, muted coral, maybe. I really like orangey, like warm tones for lips. So, and cheeks, obviously, but so I really like this color. But if you're somebody that you feel like things look orangey on you and you don't like it, then skip this. I'd say if you're a very pink undertone, this will not be your favorite color. Yeah, this feels nice. It doesn't feel like a super matte lipstick, but it does feel kind of velvety. Like, let's see. I mean, yeah, it has transfer, but it feels nice, feels comfortable. So I'm trying to think of the best way. I don't want to draw this right on my face to apply it to my cheeks, because that will probably remove some of my foundation. So I'm gonna take this little e.l.f. brush here. What is this? Little Jelly Pop stipple brush. And I'm going to kind of just do this. I like doing this to get cream blushes, stick products onto a brush, and just do like this. Very pretty. I really love this color. I love it best as a blush, I think, because it's that really healthy looking flushed color, but it's, you know, it's not pink. As you can see, it's definitely a peach color, which I like for my skin tone. Again, if you don't have a lot of natural yellow in your skin, this may look artificially orange on you, but I enjoy it. Yeah. Let's do the same thing, other cheek. We are getting it onto the brush. And it does seem to blend out really nicely. I'm not having any trouble getting this to, you know, move and blend out. It is not separating my makeup below it in a weird way or anything. So yeah, I would say they're also pretty pigmented. This is actually a little bit too much, which is fine. I'm gonna go over it with a sponge, pick up some of that. But yeah, I would say that I really enjoyed this product so far for the cheeks and the lips. Nice one-stop shop there. Like the color. This one I've tried too, and I liked the color just as well. It's just a totally different shade family. Here, I won't be able to put this on, but I will put them on my hand side by side. This is Jelly Roll, which is totally a cool tone. This is Eclair, a warm tone. They are opposite, but I think they're both really nice to have. I would wear this just as much as this, but this color here just kind of lends itself better to the whole look we're putting together, but same formula, and I like this color just as well. Okay, so I went ahead and used a translucent setting powder to set just this half of my face because I want to show you, as you can see, I still have a lot of shine over here. I'm gonna try out the Mattifying Face Oil. Now I am dry, so you are probably wondering why I would even purchase this. I bought this to use more when I am working on set with male models and talent because I'm thinking this would be a nice way to mattify skin without, you know, powdering, because no one really likes the feeling of layers of powder. So I didn't read directions and the box is over there. So I'm just gonna apply this with my fingers, I think. It has no smell. I'm gonna literally put one dot. Oh, okay. So it is oily, which is so weird. How is an oil going to mattify? We'll just see. So I'm pressing it right here where I'm seeing that light source I have is picking up shine. I think it's kind of working. I don't know, I can't tell. It's maybe just softening this. Let's see, there's definitely shine here, right? Let's put a little more on there. And I just, this sort of seems like an oxymoron, an oil that can mattify, but I kind of feel like it is. That's crazy. I really want to try this on bare skin. I'm gonna try it on my own bare skin later, maybe try it on my husband, see if I really would like using this as a male grooming product. Let's see, maybe we'll try to put it on a sponge, see if that works any better. This may actually pick up makeup. Yeah, I don't think that's the way you want to do it. I think you just want to pat with your fingers. Yeah, I don't think this fully mattifies. Like, I'm still gonna go on with powder, but this might be nice for taking away a little shine, but not completely making your face look like a porcelain doll or a chalkboard. So, oh, I forgot to say it's magic matte oil. And it kind of is magic, just in the fact that it's an oil that can mattify your skin. I don't know how they've engineered that, but that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna just go back in with setting powder and like fully finish this side of my face now. Okay, so I have one more Jason Wu product, but I'm not gonna show it to you because I've already tested it. It's the Stay in Line Lip Pencil, and the shade is 02, and it's also called First Date, and it looks so bad on me. The color. The product itself is actually really nice. Also, I'm just gonna swatch it. You probably won't be able to tell, but it is just this weird, light salmon color. It's too light for me as a lip color, but it's also just like too weird of a pink. It looks so bad, and it's called First Date, and I would not get a second if I wore it. So it's a nice lip liner, but I'm really bummed because the way that it looked in the swatches online did not look that way at all. I was not looking for a pink lip liner. I wouldn't have bought it. I thought that the first shade, 01, looked really pink, so I avoided it. Got this one because it looked more like a nice nude. It looked brownish online, and like, I don't know what this is, but it's a very ugly color on me, and I'm trying to think of who would look good on, but I would say not really somebody of my skin tone, and I'm not even that dark. It just looks like just ugly. I don't know how else to say it. So before we round out this look, I'm gonna go back in with the Kindness for Your Lips lip oil. I'm gonna put it over that lip color, and yes, I know, look, I got it on the doe foot. It's just gonna happen. Yeah, I like this. This feels nice. When I did look at this close up with a mirror, I liked how it looked. I think it looks pretty. It does not look too oily or too glossy. It looks nice. So yeah, I like the Kindness for Your Lips. I keep wanting to say to your lips. Kindness for Your Lips lip oil. All right, recapping the Jason Wu Kindness for Your Lips lip oil. I like it. I do recommend it. As far as the lip oil goes, it's kind of everything you'd want. Not sticky, it's hydrating, has a little bit of a scent, and that's okay with me because it's not enough to be offensive. It's fruity, I would say. Honestly, the only thing I would change about this is I think I'd just prefer the scent be more vanilla, but I don't even really notice it now that it's on, and I like this. I do recommend the lip oil. The Wu Prime Eye Eyeshadow Primer, I do not recommend. This was far too liquidy. I would like a bit thicker texture. The second lightest shade was still extremely light to me. It never fully set, and it felt a little sticky. I would definitely skip the eyeshadow primer from this line. The Bush Brow Shaper Soap. As much as I like the name, I don't know how useful this is because it's not actually setting my brows as much as I would like. I would also have liked it to have included a spoolie, because really these are very cheap. I think they could have easily included a little spoolie with it. And not everyone has these laying around. I mean, I do because I'm a makeup artist, but this is just now an extra thing that you need to make sure to buy. So I think they should have included that with it. It's a very large size, which is nice. And it does have a mirror. So I noticed that this product in the line has a mirror while some others didn't. And I do like that about it. You can, you know, do your brows like this. But if you're looking for a holding product, this is not the one. All right, recapping the eyeshadow palette. This is the matte one, which is the Flora 9 Matte Agave one. I recommend this. This is a really nice, affordable matte eyeshadow palette that you can grab at Target. The colors are very flattering. They are warm tones that I think flatter a lot of eye colors. They were easy to work with. They had minimal kick up when I put my brush in the pan and little to no fallout. So this is a definite recommend. I would grab this if I were you. Recapping the Hot Fluff Lip and Cheek Sticks. These are nice. I really like the colors and I love that they're matte. There are no colors in this line that are shimmery, because I really don't like a shimmery cream product on cheeks. That shimmer is just always gonna enhance texture. So for me, I really love the texture, the colors, the application of these. These are really nice, and the only thing I would change is that because you are meant to use them on your cheeks too, and I applied the brush to the product directly, I think I would prefer not as much of a traditional lipstick bullet shape, just because it'd be a little easier, maybe a flatter, but still small enough for your lips shape. But that's really the only thing I would change about the Hot Fluff. I love the packaging. It's like the soft touch feel. So yeah, Hot Fluff, weird name, but I recommend you. And last of all, I have the Stay in Line lip pencil. I don't like the color, so I don't actually know if I'd recommend it. But in terms of a lip liner, it's just very average to me as well. It does apply very nice, but it's $10. And if we're being honest, and you need a lip liner at drugstore pricing, I would just send you to NYX, because I think theirs are better and they have better shades. So I'm gonna say skip the lip liner from the Jason Wu Beauty line. All right, the Jason Wu Magic Matte Oil. This is very intriguing. I don't have a verdict on this yet. Initially, it did appear to mattify, not fully. So I'm wondering if this still has a place in my kit, or maybe in my life. I don't see myself personally using this, but if this does work to mattify enough for on camera work, I will probably love this. And I'm gonna recommend it just because I've never seen anything like it. So I love the innovation of it, and I'm really excited to see what they will do with technology, if this is something that we can do with an oil. I will say one of the ingredients is, I'll put it on the screen, isodocane, I think, and that's in a lot of liquid, like fast drying matte liquid lipsticks. So very smart. This is kind of cool, and I think this would work well for men or women. So I love that it is a gender neutral product. All right, so overall thoughts on the Jason Wu Beauty line, available at Target or jasonwubeauty.com. So I think that it definitely had some hits and it definitely had some misses. My overall feeling is that I wasn't as impressed as I thought I would be, just because some of the products I found that I just simply wouldn't use, or they weren't filling the need that I thought they were going to fill. However, I will say the standout product is the matte eyeshadow palette, and I feel like for a drugstore palette, this was really, really great. I do like the lip oil, and it's more affordable than another lip oil at Target, which is from Winky Lux. So if you want a lip oil and you don't want to spend much, I do really like this one. The eye primer was honestly pretty bad. That was the biggest disappointment, I would say. The brow shaper soap just didn't really do what I wanted. These are nice. This was cool. And this just looked so ugly on me due to the color, but the color is the problem there, not the product. So, you know, kind of half and half, right? I would say next time you're at Target, if you want to pick some things up, the most interesting ones would be Shadow Palette, the matte oil, just because I'm still wanting to play more with that guy. Maybe grab one of the Hot Fluffs, get a little, you know, multi-purpose action, and I don't know, throw in the lip oil too, because everybody has dry lips right now. So I hope this review was helpful, and if you've tried any of the products that I didn't try and you either loved or hated them, tell me below, because I would like to know what I also should not waste time trying. And if you disagree with anything, you actually like loved one of the products, or you have some tips for how I could use it better, put that below too. So with that, I will bid you adieu. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in another video.